You referred to the possibility of layoffs, 100,000, 85,000, whatever it is. The other...
but they're only half the employees.
Say again?
No. What I mean is teachers are only half.
Only half the employees. But,
okay? But everybody focuses on that. It's like when funding is threatened, it's we're going to lay off teachers and crossing guards. So how do parents feel about that? You know, well, gee, my kid's going to get run over on the way to school. You know, we can't have that.
But there are more people who are potentially, you know, on the table to be discussed when you talk about furloughs or layoffs. And the other mandate that is often raised now by administrators is flexibility in being able to furlough employees of all kinds.
Furlough or even reduce pay. You know, and you look at you have to look at all that, because right now you can't reduce teacher pay. I think in last session that got put in a bill.
Right.
And you know that may save jobs. You know, and if you look at it too, and there's another aspect. I don't know if it's on your notes, but it's last in, first out. You know, is it a seniority layoff? And that's also a dangerous method, just because you can have to lay off more teachers if they're the lower paid, and they're not necessarily your worst teachers. So it should be based on effectiveness or.
So what can you tell people about what they could expect in terms of the reduction in staff, regardless of what kind of staff? Whether it's classroom teachers, non-instructional, what do you think is a reasonable number to expect at this point?
I haven't figured that out because we haven't come down to a number.
Yeah.
You know, okay, this is how much money we have to find, poof, this is how it relates. But 85% of what schools spend, they spend on people.
There's not a whole lot else to cut. Right.
I mean, it's a people-intensive business.
Right.
That hopefully will find ways of better productivity. There was a conference, was it week before last? Charles Miller hosted. In fact, we had Margaret Spellings and Rod Page in the same room. It was good.
Right.
About looking at a center for educational accountability and productivity.
And this is where you and others have advocated for an accountability model based on financial accountability, most bang for the buck at the schools.
And also based on performance.
Right.
You know, it's not fair to just cut funding and say, okay, now you're cheaper. You need to stay effective. I mean, because that's the whole idea. You want to protect kids' education.